Hello and welcome to In Case You Missed It. This is Friday, October 24th, and we are covering what happened this week in healthcare. So, again, the top story is these Obamacare subsidies that have ground everything at the federal government to a halt. We are on day 23 now, and what we're seeing is a lot of vulnerable House Republicans calling on Speaker Mike Johnson to immediately address these expiring subsidies. So, we're starting to see the Republicans crack a little bit. Democrats seem to be happy to take all the blame for this. They keep voting no on the clean continuing resolution that would reopen the government. Republicans saying we need to reopen and then we'll negotiate. Democrats saying absolutely not. We've seen this game before. We're not playing. Right now, we got 13 lawmakers that are in very vulnerable, 13 Republican lawmakers in very vulnerable seats that are pushing hard for a resolution because they are catching heat. Speaking of these ACA prices, so again, this whole argument really just focuses on individual health plans in the marketplace. So people getting subsidized coverage. This is not employer-sponsored stuff. I get that all the time. Those individuals are starting to get their first looks. We saw Idaho getting their first look. Their marketplace opened October 15th, and rates are going up 10 to 75%, depending on where you fall on the income level. Those people are getting massive increases because their subsidies are going away. The Urban Institute projects 4.8 million Americans will become uninsured with the subsidies going away. These people are going to be generally healthy and not need their insurance, leaving a sicker, shallower risk pool available, crowding emergency rooms. So this could be really bad if we lose 5 million people from coverage. The irony is, nearly 6 in 10 marketplace enrollees, 57%, live in red states. So, of course, this is a Republican policy, and it's impacting generally Republicans in those states. So, very interesting to keep an eye on. And more on the topic of expensive insurance premiums, we just saw an article come out that says a brand new Toyota Corolla hybrid is cheaper than paying for health insurance for your family. We are seeing stories like this all over the place. This last 3-year period marks the first time we've seen rates rise at 6% or greater in 3 consecutive years, getting very, very concerning for families being able to continue to afford things. Over the last 5 years, premium for family coverage has risen 26%. To put that into a framework of everything else in our lives, our workers' wages over those 5 years has only risen 29%, and inflation has only been 24%. So as much as wages are rising and inflation is happening, healthcare premiums for families are actually outpacing that. And I do believe we are starting to approach a tipping point with some of my clients reaching out to me saying, this is too much. I'm not sure what we do from here. News out of New York City. We saw last week, we talked about people in North Carolina had medical debt waived. In New York, over 75,000 residents had $135 million in medical debt wiped out. Many of this is Medicaid debt. So don't get too excited. It's not everybody in any kind of debt, but we are seeing now another major area wipe out medical debt for their constituents and for their residents. Finally, in California, we're seeing the passage of AB 406. Governor Newsom signed this into law as of October 1st, retroactive October 1st. This is preventing discrimination or retaliation against employees that have been victims of violence. There is an expansion of what the term qualifying act of violence has been. So employers, if you're an employer with over 25 or more employees, you need to allow a broader list of covered activities under someone that can be a victim of violence. This does not mean that you have to pay employees for being on leave, but you do need to make accommodations for them while on leave. So for those of you with 25 or greater employees, you should look into Assembly Bill 406. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see everybody next week.